Hello, my name is Michael Hines. I'm a Year 1 student at Malton College. I'm studying Sports Extended Level 3 Sports Diploma in Sports Fitness Development and Coaching. This is my presentation on how to be an effective coach. I hope you all enjoy it, and I'll take any questions later on. During this presentation, I'm going to be looking at how to be an effective coach. So, we're going to be looking at the following examples in some detail. How a coach should act, the skills of an effective coach, the dress code of an effective coach, how an effective coach should behave, roles and responsibilities of a coach, and the qualifications needed to be an effective coach. How should a coach act? The coach should lead the group by asking the athletes questions on how to do the skills that they are learning. For example, a coach might ask the player why the ball went over the bar instead of going into the goal. The coach will give suggestions such as your head was too far back or you didn't use the right part of your foot, and then the player will then use these and adjust his shooting position according to where the ball went. Another example is if the pass to another player and it went left or right, maybe his foot angle was pointing the other way, or he didn't have a supporting foot so that he was balanced when he took the pass. This tests the player's ability to self-correct themselves. The coach should also talk about next steps with the players. This means that you talk about taking on next steps, maybe towards the academy, or next steps towards improving your positional. This could be positional wise, or just learning new skills that will help get them past opponents in the game. A coach should not shout at the participants because it lowers their self-esteem, therefore decreasing their motivation into wanting to participate. The coach should be understanding with each player, as they might not be able to complete the task because either they don't understand what's going on or they don't have the right ability to complete the task. This is where the coach would suggest that the player practices outside of the training session, or takes on a one-on-one basis and helps them what they need to improve there. A coach should recognise what is working well and try to stick to those options. For example, if group work is working well, they should try and stick with that. But when they try and do the individual tasks, the players are starting to become unfocused. The coach should try and stick to tasks that include group work, as each athlete is working better and will focus on the task in hand. The skills of an effective coach. To be an effective coach, you will need to be very organised, as you'll be planning out training sessions for athletes, young and old, and you'll need to keep each age group separate from each other, otherwise there'll be a mix-up and the under 16 might be doing what the under 4s are doing, so that this just won't work and they won't improve. Another skill is that you need to have good communication skills. So this is so that you can deliver sessions and everyone understands you and knows what they need to do in the task. This means that there won't be any questions related to the task during the session. You also need excellent team working skills. This is so that when you are with a bigger group and have another coach by your side helping you, you get along with each other and there's no arguments to what the players should be doing. This also helps with a section of the group isn't working as well because they don't understand the task or their ability lacks with the rest of the group, you can take them off to one side and help them perform better and improve. Another skill that is needed for a coach is goal setting. This is when the coach sets goals for each individual participant. This will allow them to be more motivated and get better. For example, during the shooting drills, the goal for the athletes could be to score 3 goals out of the 5 attempts they get. But the goal for the goalkeeper could be save 70% of the shots that are coming at them. Dress code of an effective coach. The dress code of a coach is crucial because you do not want them wearing a suit and smart shoes when they're coaching the athletes football or rugby. They need to be wearing shorts or tracksuit bottoms that are suitable for any weather. The shoes that they need to wear need to match the place that they're taking the training session. So if it's an outside session and it's a bit muddy, you don't want them wearing trainers or the smart shoes. You need them to be wearing football boots because it will add more stabilisation to them so they don't fall over. And if it's indoors, you don't want them wearing the boots because it will scratch the surface. You need them to be wearing a trainer with a sufficient amount of grip on the floor, on the bottom of the sole, so they're stable. They will also need to carry around a whistle so that if the coach needs to stop the drill for any needs, all the athletes will hear them and will come in instantly. How an effective coach would behave. An effective coach would keep calm under the high pressure situations. The high pressure situations could be they're taking a football training session and there's a lot of shouting going on, arguing between each player. The coach shouldn't be shouting at them. They should listen to what the problems are and try to resolve them. If not, take the players that are causing the argument out of the drill and let them calm down for a few minutes so that then they're ready to join back in again. If they keep saying about that they want to game, you come to a compromise and do the game at the end of the session if they've done well during the training session. The coach will also be understanding when certain players of the group are finding it hard to keep up with the rest of them. If he's working with another coach, he can take away the group of people who are struggling and work with them so they get better and don't struggle with the task. This will then improve their performance and motivation, and they're like, oh fuck you. Roles and responsibilities of a coach. The role of a sports coach is to assist the athletes in developing to their full potential. They are also responsible for training athletes in their chosen sports and analysing their performances. This can either be done by videoing the game and showing where they need to improve or what was good about the game, or by watching the sideline, shouting instructions on what they need to do in a certain position, so in front of the box, in front of the penalty box, or on the halfway line. They are also responsible for the guidance of athletes in life and their chosen sport, but they are also responsible for the guidance of the athlete during their life. I've waffled. Fuck. A sports coach also needs to make sure each athlete is safe. This could be medical needs or stuff on the field that is happening. So, for example, A coach who is teaching a rugby session needs to make sure everyone's wearing a gum shield. This is for safety purposes and this helps a lot. They also need to make sure that if they're doing contact rugby, they know the right positioning to go into when doing a tackle. This helps because they won't injure themselves on making the tackle or injure the person that they're tackling. They also need to assess the risks before letting them play. For example, if there was a team who wanted to train on the football pitch, they would need to make sure that the ground is safe and assess it to make sure that there isn't any water or stones or branches on it, so that this is safe enough. They would also need to check each player individually to see if they've got shin pads. Qualifications of an effective coach. An effective coach needs to have a recognised NGB Level 2 coaching certificate or above. This is a certificate that is designed to help coaches with an introduction to the process of supporting child's development through multi-skills. They also need a child protection and safeguarding certificate. This is so that if there is any problems happening, that they can help them through what's happening in their lives. They will need a first aid certificate. This is needed because if a child gets injured playing rugby, you can help them until someone more qualified comes, such as the paramedics. You can make sure that they're still okay and reduce the bleeding if there is any bleeding. They need to be able to pass the enhanced DBS check and are deemed safe to work with children. This is a test that checks your checks your background, see if you've got any criminal convictions or other things like that. This helps. This doesn't help. You'll need a qualification in computer skills. This is to help create and contain accurate records to help training and development. This could be records for the kids. This could be to see how much they're improving in their sports. You'll also need GCSE English language at grade 4 and GCSE maths at grade 4 as well. This is basic literacy and numeracy skills. You will need to have updated coaching courses, such as the FA coaching badges, levels 1 to 3, and then the RFU ones as well if you're looking to do that.